Hey guys, it's Julie, and today I'm back with an art supply video. If you follow my Instagram, or you must have possibly heard in my last video, I am an art student. I got into AU Arts this year, and I had quite a long list of materials I needed to get, and I thought that would be a good idea to share it with you guys. Personally, before I got my art supplies, I kept on searching up a bunch of videos about other people other people who got into art school and what materials they had to get, what their backpacks look like. But since we're going to be online for the next couple of weeks, I won't be able to show you like what's in my backpack kind of video or what exactly I'm going to have them in, because I currently do not have anything to carry them in other than my school backpack from like grade 8. But yeah, I will be just showing it to you guys normally, and then I'll also show you what my desk looks like on a day-to-day basis, or like what it looks like right now. It's probably a little bit messy, but you know, what can I say? I am an art student who doesn't necessarily clean up after herself after using the stuff because it's too much of a pain because you finish up late at night. So the first thing I have over here are my rulers. First, I have a T-square ruler. It's 18 inches, just about the same size as my cutting mat. And then I also have just a regular straight ruler. It has a cork in the back. At first I didn't really know why they specified it, but now that I've used it, it's really helpful because compared to just other rulers, it doesn't move as much because it creates a friction on the paper. This one is a 24 inches. I do not like using inches personally, but they've all been using inches, so now I have to use that, and I'm crying because I don't understand inches. And then I just have this, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a 45 by 90 triangle ruler. I don't even know. I don't remember what it's called. If I really wanted to search it up, I could search it up, but it's a triangle. You see it in your geometry set all the time, just in a smaller form, but you know. I have 5 classes this semester, and so far I only have 2 sketchbooks. 2 of those classes are actually it's English and history, so I don't need a sketchbook, I just need a notebook. But yeah, my 3rd studio class is jewelry, so I don't necessarily need much of a sketchbook for it. I would get just a smaller one. I didn't get to it yet, so I am just using my high school sketchbook. Really is just, I've only used half a page of it, so yeah. We're right now just working on like a project called Quick and Dirty, and it's just a project that we're supposed to do it quickly, and we have an actual time limit for it, and I haven't actually gotten started on it. I just did the planning, haven't done it yet, and I only get an hour to make it, and I hope I have enough time to do it. Anyways, next I have this sketchbook. I haven't gotten to decorating the front page, and I don't know if I will because I kind of like the way it is. But that is my color fundamental ones, color theory. And the title page is really boring. I didn't really try that hard, but yeah. Right now we're working on our color wheels and color matrix, and we started the color matrix. That one is very tedious and annoying to make, and I really don't like using paint, especially when it's expensive. But yeah, that's what it is right now. We have for my drawing class, I have a drawing paper pad that is bond paper, so it's a white bond. Right now we are supposed to be making thumbnails and rough drafts or discussion roughs, and I haven't started. I just made the square, so there's nothing really much to see. That yellow paint there is paint from when I was painting that matrix. The cover of the paint fell on it, so that's why there's paint there, and I had it underneath my sketchbook. Don't ask me why. I was probably just working on this earlier and then I gave up on it and I started working on my matrix. So next is this guy. It is my cutting board, my favorite part of this whole thing. It's a little heavy, but at the same time, it's really pretty. I used the black and white version, and yes, I do have the centimeter side of it pointed towards me because, as I said earlier, I don't like using inches. It does not work with me. It's not precise enough, and it's just not for me. The other side is green, and I don't really like using it as much because it doesn't look as good on my desk. My desk is white, and it has my computer and its accessories, which are black. So might as well go with the theme and use the white and black side. Quite simple. I am an aesthetic person. I do not like to have different colors. As you can see in my room, I don't know. I don't think you can see that much of my room, but it is mainly white, browns, greens, and the cover, because it has some pink and greens as well, some dark pinks. I have my curtains are red, so my phone case is pink, my water bottle is pink. It's not necessarily because I love the color pink, it's just because that's how it went. I like this cover, and I like this type of bed, so it just went on like that. I went with that color wheel, that color scheme. My drawing and color theory professors were very picky on which papers they wanted, so I had to get different types and different sizes. This one, it is an illustration board. I'm not sure what we're using this for yet. I am very professional. But yeah, so we have this 20 by 30 one, 20 by 30 inches. It is taller than me when I'm sitting. I also have the smaller version of it. It is 10 by 15 inches. Exactly the same type of paper, the same thickness. You can see in the back. And we also have a gray sheet of Fabriano paper. It is in a bag because I don't want to risk getting it dirty or anything, because I also just have 2 sheets of it. The teacher specifically asked 2 sheets. Not sure yet for what, but it is what it is, and I don't want my cat's hair to get all over it, and I don't want him, because his nose gets super wet after he drinks, and he likes to sniff papers for some reason. I don't want him to get my paper wet just by, it's for protection. Okay, so we can now get into the little more detail-y stuff, the smaller stuff. So I did get this color wheel off of Amazon. It is actually pretty helpful and I really like it. I could add the link down in the description if you guys want to get one. It is pretty simple, but it's a color wheel by the Color Wheel Company. Very original, I know. It really just explains everything from primary colors to what neutral gray and tints are, and then harmonious color schemes and stuff like that. So it's really helpful. It actually gives you the name of colors too and how to mix them. And now into paint. My bank account was crying at the end of that day after getting all of these stuff. I got most of these stuff myself, except the color wheel. I had to ask my dad to pay for that because I was broke. I used up all of my first paycheck on it. It was sad. I was sad. And I will never get over it. I've been talking about this for 2 weeks now. And I'm still not over it, so it is what it is. We got paintbrushes, different sizes. The teacher did specify she wanted specific ones. She wanted round number 1 and around 6. And then the flat ones, she didn't really, the sizes she wanted, they didn't really have it exactly at the store that I got them from. I got them from Delta Arts in Edmonton. So I got a 1.5 inch. I feel like they might be a little too big, but so far they work. You can tell that I've already used this paintbrush because I already got paint on it. I don't know how. I at some point was, I don't even know. I think I was changing paint. I was like cleaning the brush and I realized I had paint on my finger and my paintbrush got paint all over it, and now I'm too lazy to clean it. So yeah. She also like first asked for like golden sable brushes, and when I went to the store, the lady there that was helping me get the stuff, she was super surprised and weirded out about it, and she was like, why would your professor ask you to get like one of the most expensive brushes? And turns out they're expensive because, all right, so first it's made in Russia. Well, not exactly. It first starts in Russia. They take specific types of rodents and put them in a specific environment, and they take care of them, and they take their fur. Apparently it's all safe and ethical. I didn't really search it up, but this is what the lady at the store told me. And then they take the fur and then they send it to England, and in England they have a bunch of ladies or people hand putting the fur one by one into the metal barrel thing, so then they would make the brush. And like, why? Just why would someone put so much effort and like, well, not necessarily why would you put so much effort, because in the end it is still an art and crafts and stuff, but why would the teacher ask us to get such expensive paintbrushes? I don't know. So far I've been using these ones and they work pretty fine. I'm honestly very tempted to just end up using my very cheap Michaels or dollar store brushes that I have, because I'm used to those ones and they fit perfectly in the box of the Matrix. But I don't know. She also got us to get those golden acrylic ones. That was a lot of golden stuff, but you know. But the golden paint, it is pretty common for students to buy them. When I got there, a lot of the paint were actually sold out. They're a little expensive. They're quite expensive actually. But yeah, they ended up not having Primrose yellow and the cobalt black, I think it's called. Carbon black, not cobalt. Carbon black. So I ended up having to get those 8-ounce ones. I'm crying. The Primrose one, this one, was $44 for 8 ounces. That makes about $5 for 1 ounce. I'm still crying, forever gonna be crying. If you go to AURs or you live in the Calgary area and you want some carbon black or some Primrose yellow, just DM me, text me on Instagram, and I could sell you some. I'm not going to be necessarily getting any profit from it, but if I'm going to have to ship it to you, you will be paying for it, or we can meet up at somewhere and I could give it to you. But yeah, it depends on how much you want, but yeah. So to get more details, if you'd like, for the paint, I got also cadmium yellow medium, burnt umber, titanium white. I was told to get more of it. Even the lady at the store told us to get more of it. So I ended up getting the 5 ounces out of the 2 ounce. And then I also have the blue, ultramarine blue. I don't know how to speak English today. It is not my forte. And then I have Cadmium Red Light. And then I always forget how to say this word, but Quinacridone Magenta. That one. I don't know. Yeah. And then honestly, now that I think back at it, because they also did not have the neutral gray and number 7, I had to go to a different store to get it. I don't understand why I didn't think of just not buying these two at the same time and like leaving them and just end up buying them with the neutral gray, and I would have saved so much more money from it. I'm dumb. I didn't think straight. I was busy. I was tired and I had a lot of things to do that day when I had to go and get them. The last one is Phthalo Blue. I'm not sure if I said that right. I'm not sure which letter we're not supposed to be pronouncing, or if we're supposed to pronounce all of them. But that's the name. If you want to get it, you know, the basics, I guess. So yeah, that's all the paint related stuff that I have. And we're gonna get into the drawing materials. So I have my blending stumps from high school. I still use them every now and then, but I don't know if I'm gonna need them for this course. I'm just having them just in case. The teacher did not specify them, but yeah. And so next we also have markers. I finally got my first Copic markers. It's fun. They're cool. They are a little smelly. They smell like alcohol, like the rubbing alcohol. But yeah, he asked us to get a range from 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100% black. So like a range of gray markers, because we're only going to be working black and white. We are allowed to use some colors for like sketching and stuff, or like whatever. But for the final projects, they're black and white. So I'm guessing we're going to be using these markers at some point. I've used them a bit for my title page just to try them out, and they're kind of weird to use. I don't know, they feel like super dry on the paper. I'm used to using my markers, and they glide better on my paper, and doesn't feel so rigid. But yeah, next I have a cutting knife. I don't even remember what it's called. They call it an X-Acto. Some others call it a utility knife. I don't even know. Here's an X-Acto knife. 2 other X-Acto knives, utility knives, whatever. I have a tiny one just in case I want to use a tiny one, and I have a bigger one in case I need to use something that's like on the bigger format, or I need a lot more pressure and a better handle on it. And I have extra blades. Yeah, I'm forgetting words. I don't know if I'm gonna cut this out or not, but you know, I'm gonna leave that to editor Julie. I don't even know what I'm saying. I also got a 1/2-inch tape, masking tape. She said that we can also get painter's tape, but masking tape is usually the best, or scotch tape is better. I don't know. I've always preferred masking tape over anything because I like the way they look and the feel of them. I've used them. I'm more comfortable with them. So use what you're comfortable with. Yeah. And then I got chalk, white and black chalk. Never used chalk. I've always seen them as something very messy, so I don't really like using them. But now it is mandatory, and I just read that there's a warning on the back. It says this product contains a chemical known to state of California to cause cancer. Why especially in state of California? And why would they sell it? I guess that's the same thing as selling cigs. I don't know. It's made in Korea. That's the first time I even noticed that. Usually I get stuff made in China because they work for the most part. But yeah, this is cool. And the basics of the basics, just graphite paper, graphite pencils. Yeah, mine are dying. I've also lost one of them, and they're all broken from the inside because I kept on dropping them. So yeah, did I even open this? Oh yeah, I did open it at some point. But I haven't used them yet, so they still look super clean and fun. And they still smell like wood. I mean, I hope they keep smelling like wood. They're made of wood. And then I just have an extra ruler and just, whatchamacall this? Lead. 0.5 lead. Even though I use 0.7 pencils, but you know. And I keep everything in this box, just this random shoe box that I found in the house and no one uses. And it works well because it takes a little bit, just very minimal space on my desk. And as you'll see in the next clip, or next few clips, I don't even know, at some point in this video, that I do not have that much storage room on my desk or under my, I do have a lot under my desk, but I prefer to keep it clean under there because I move a lot and I don't want to accidentally kick something and then something breaks and, you know, a mess. Because the mess gotta stay in here. That is all the art materials that I bought this year. Although I did get myself a new computer just because I am planning to go into graphic design and I need to get used to the computer and the programs. And yeah, also I want to take this YouTube career more seriously, so I needed a proper working computer that won't heat up every single time I try to edit my videos. So that is a thing. I also will be using my graphic tablet that I've had for a while. I've had it for like about 4 years now, I think. 4 to 5 years. So I'm pretty used to it for the most part. I just haven't used it that often, or I haven't really drawn digitally that much. So it's a pain. It's new and I don't really know what I'm doing half the time, but yeah, I kind of wish that it felt more like drawing on a sketchbook, because for some reason drawing on a sketchbook feels so much different than drawing on a tablet, even though like the tablet does have a little bit of a paper feel to it, but maybe because I don't feel like I have as much control on it as I would on paper, but it is what it is. You will see in that next video where I show you my desk that there is a bag, but that bag is for my computer and my tablet and all my little technology gadgets, because I didn't want to get one of those little pouches to keep them all in. I feel like they would still get all mixed up and tangled together. So I got that bag because it has pockets where I can separate all my cables. And it is comfortable enough to carry a big computer that is pretty heavy and its charger, since it has the padding on the shoulder straps. That's very important for my shoulders because I have very bony shoulders and that is not comfortable if I have just the strap without the cushion on it for a whole day. From here, the next clip will be me showing you my desk. I hope that I am not breathing too hard in that video, because I would have just came down the stairs and just started shooting it, and I have no cardio in me. I need to work out and that is not going very well with me staying at home. I am going crazy online, but I am happy that I got a day off where I don't have any classes in the middle of the week, so that is good. That is very important for my sanity, right? Especially right after work, because work is not fun. Yeah. All right, so this is what my desk currently looks like. I have my computer, keyboard, mouse. There's my bond paper and the cutting board, whatever it's called, cutting mat. Yeah, there's just a box with all my paints and the little pot with pens and paintbrushes, pencil case. Then down here, another bag, more art supplies, and yeah. I put my rulers up there and the rest of the papers down there, just because I currently don't need them and I don't want the rulers to be on my desk all the time because they take a lot of space. And if you've been keeping up with my Instagram stories, you can obviously tell that this is the view that I see every day. I've been kind of spamming it on my stories because I just love it so much, especially when it's sunny. Currently it's really rainy outside, so yeah. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like, please put down a comment down please give me a comment on whether you like this video or not, and what kind of videos you'd like to see in the future, and what kind of supplies do you have. If you're in art school or art university, what did your teachers ask of you, and how is school or university going for you? And if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button, and my Instagram will also be linked in the bottom. I will have both my main and my art if you'd like. I didn't post much of my art on Instagram just yet, but I will definitely do that as soon as I upload my, what my portfolio was, how my portfolio looked like, because that was amazing. I still can't fathom the fact that I got into art university, especially when I look back to my art pieces and I just break them apart. But yeah. Anyways, thank you and have a good day. Bye.